Hello guys, it's a wonderful and a very bright day out here. On today's masterclass, we're going to talk about heat stroke in poultry farm. Alright, how to prevent massive losses during hot weather. So this is a complete guide. Okay, just imagine waking up in the morning and finding out that you've lost so many birds, not even because of disease but due to heat, like heat stroke and heat stress currently. So this is one of the biggest silent killers in poultry farming, especially in Nigeria where the weather is very hot. In today's masterclass, I'll show you exactly and explain how to prevent heat strokes, to protect your birds and keep your farm profitable even in extreme hot weather condition. Alright, so welcome back to the channel. This is VC Agro Farm and Livestock Enterprise, where we raise healthy birds and make more funds. If you're a poultry farmer or planning to start one, or an intending poultry farmer, this video is literally going to save you hundreds of thousands when you start. So be sure you watch till the end, because I'm going to explain and show you practical things I do on my farm. Alright, so what is heat stroke? Heat stroke in poultry happens when birds cannot regulate their body temperature due to excessive heat from the environment. Unlike human beings that can regulate by taking off their shirts and putting on the fan. Alright, so chickens don't sweat. So when the temperature becomes too high, they start to pant, opening their mouths, and if not controlled, they collapse and they have stroke, heat stroke, even sometimes shock, and they eventually die. Alright, so there are different signs of heat stress and how to detect heat stress as soon as possible before your bird starts dying. They give you a warning sign. If you ignore these signs, that is when the losses will happen. Alright, so watch out for this. When your birds start opening their mouth too much, that is what we call panting. Alright, when they spread their wings away from their body, they open their feathers for air to enter. When you notice a decrease in feed intake, increase in water consumption, weakness and inactivity, then you know that you have slight issue coming up. Sudden drop in egg production for layers, and once you start seeing these signs, action must be taken immediately. So I'm going to tell you why heat stroke is common in Nigeria. In places like Nigeria, our country, heat stroke is very common because of high ambient temperature and the weather, land and geographical location temperature. Poor ventilation in the poultry houses. This is specifically for those who build poultry farm in a wrong direction. Overcrowding. Alright, use of zinc roofing without insulation. When you roof your pen without putting ceiling. Alright, lack of proper farm planning. When you take plan of your farm on your own without proper consultation. So this is why many farmers lose birds during dry season without even understanding the cause. Alright, so the effect of heat stress. Heat stress doesn't just kill your birds, it reduces your profit massively. So the effect includes high mortality rates for broilers, extremely high, including layers, reduced egg production in layers, poor eggshell quality, weight loss in broiler, weak immune system, and more disease outbreak. Alright, when heat stroke hits your bird, their system begins to open, vulnerable for disease to attack. Alright, so I'm going to show you practical methods on how to maintain the value. Alright, now let's talk about the most important part, how to prevent this heat stroke. Number one, make sure you change your water every hour if possible to maintain clean, fresh and cool water. Alright, so this is how to know. Always make sure your water is available 24/7, running 24/7. Add electrolytes like vitamins, anti-stress during extreme heat weather condition. Make sure you put a temperature in your pen so you can be able to regulate and see when it's best to feed. Water is the #1 lifesaver during hot weather. All right, so you have to act fast. All right, so improve your ventilation. Open up your poultry house. Take up the wires. All right, take up the polythene you use, or even tarpaulin that you use to cover your pen. Use wire mesh instead of block when constructing your pen, so you can have proper air flow to ensure that air circulates properly. All right, reduce your stocking density. Avoid overcrowding your birds in deep litter and also in battery cages. Give birds enough space to breathe. If possible, you open the birds for them to go out and stroll. Okay, feed them at the right time. You adjust your feeding time from sharp noon by 1 to, you take it around 5 or 4 to 5 when the sun is down. All right, feeding early in the morning and late in the evening is very advisable. Avoid feeding during extreme hot weathers, because during hot weathers birds eat less, so timing is very important and everything. So use cooling method. Sprinkle water on top of your roof if possible. Use fan. All right, and over time you have to plant trees around your farm to help you shade your pen. Okay, so for roof management, avoid direct heat from zinc. You have to put ceiling. Using ceiling or maybe insulation, paint the rooftop. All right, so it reflects the heat, not absorb the heat. All right, so add supplements like I said, vitamins and anti-stress. This helps birds cope with stress and stay alive, give them more energy. All right, so after this, make sure you give your birds calcium supplement. All right, this helps to build back the calcium that the heat stress has burnt down. So if your birds are already showing severe heat stress, act immediately. Add electrolyte to the water, increase airflow immediately, sprinkle water around the environment. Reduce health. Don't handle birds unnecessarily. Quick action can save the lives of your birds. On my farm, during extreme hot weather and heat condition, I don't joke with water and ventilation, even if everything else fails in my farm. If your birds have cool water and fresh air, you are already won 70% of the battle. Well, if you found this video very helpful, make sure you like, share and hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you have notified or notification when we make an upload. If you need consultation on how to go about any farm related issues, or you want to scale your poultry business the right way, reach out to me directly. Remember, healthy birds means more fun. See you in my next upload. Comment below if you've ever lost your birds due to heat stress. Let's learn from each other. Thank you and have a wonderful day.